This your girl, Shana Von Shae, and you're tuned in to the B Rose podcast, where tonight's BBYB topic is Know a Notary Public. Yay! Do you know a Notary Public? If you don't, now you do. It's your girl, Shana Von Shae, Fulton County's very own, orally acknowledged and acclaimed Notary Public. Let's talk about what notary publics do and why they're important and why it's a good idea that you just know one instead of searching for one when you need one randomly, you know. So let's talk about what notaries do. So notaries are needed in order to deter or stop fraudulent documents. When you have a document notarized, pretty much it just confirms that the document is authentic. Anywhere you take that document, the officials there are going to say, hey, this has been notarized, this is accurate, they really signed, we trust the signature, this was executed properly, which is another thing. If you have a notary and you get to where you're going and they say, hey, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, fire them. Don't use them. You need to make sure your notary knows how to properly execute documents, because you do not want to get in front of the judge and hand them this document and then motherfucker tell you come back to court later because you got the document wrong in front of the entire courtroom. So it's very important that you know a notary as well as knowing a good notary. Notaries confirm the authenticity of documents, and it gives institutions full faith in your important documents. Documents such as deeds, acknowledgments, affirmations, affidavits, verifications, certified copies. These are some examples of the type of documents that notaries notarize. And so pretty much you have to show a notary like your ID, or the notary must know you personally. The one thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you don't have an ID, you can still have a notary notarize your document. And I'll tell you how. So you have to find someone that knows you personally that can show the notary their ID. And if the notary knows them, then all you need is that one person. However, if your notary does not know them, then you need two people to show up with you and say, hey, this is really Billy Bob, and I've been knowing him for 10 years. And so the notary will ask them to show their ID, have them do a credible witness oath, and then they can notarize your document for you if you don't have an ID, as long as someone you knows who knows you has an ID. And those are some of the things that you should know about notary publics. It's important that you get to know one. It's easy to lose them. I've had my notary seal for 8 years now.
Do you have to take a test to do that or something?
Yeah, you do. The stipulations to become a notary has changed. Back in the day, all you had to do is just show up and be like, I ain't got no record. And then they'll do a background check, and then that was it. But now you have to do a background check. You have to take an exam. You have to take a course before the exam. You also have to be a registered voter. If you're not registered to vote, you cannot be a notary.
Understood.
Yeah, but that was not a requirement before. I was like, lucky me, I am registered to vote. So that didn't throw me out the water. And what else is it? It was, here, let me see. I got my notary folder right here. Booyah, because you know, your girls stay on deck with it. If you need a document notarized, get at me. I'm Shana Von Shae on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Mwah. Be about your business, boo.
Be about your business, boo.
Be about your